Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Black Eyes with me of Mega and Turkey. So we're slowly getting better in this whole, army stuff, but the process is slower than we expected. The good news though is that there are no enemies on our border, so in case we are able to join the Axis and immediately jump Soviet Union, we should be able to pretty quickly get to the border of Caucasus and establish ourselves in the area. Now, one thing that I haven't checked is actually, yes, there is a railway going on here, so if we can take Yerevan quickly and Tbilisi, we'll be able to deploy maybe even to Grozny. There's Batumi here and Baku. We'll see. It will depend on how fast the enemy can actually send reinforcements. It's gonna be quite crucial for us to do that. But so far, so good. Our units are drilling, everything is fine. We are putting more and more things into production. We recently decided that everybody will get radios, so that's one thing. We are upgrading a ton of equipment like uniforms, infantry weapons, mountain equipment, reconnaissance equipment, and also our light artillery and the mountain artillery. And we are soon going to start producing the Zerdaliji, which is the light anti-tank that we will distribute on our units. Now we're going to start with our mountaineers, but they will need quite a lot of it actually, because it's going to be a support and an actual battalion. So each one, it doesn't show me, come on, how are we doing? How are we doing? It's gonna be a little bit more complicated. German declared war on Norway. Come on. Come on. Iceland takes control of foreign affairs. Oh yes, that's because there is no Denmark anymore. So we will need 216. Alright. 260. That's not that bad. But the 5,400 manpower is actually crazy, man. You really are struggling here. And we are already in the demobilization process. Yes, 109 days. But I believe we'll manage. We'll manage barely, but we'll manage. Iceland takes control of foreign affairs. With the capitulation of its union partner Denmark, the Icelandic parliament has taken control of its own foreign affairs, and in doing so has essentially become a fully independent nation. The newly elected provisional governor has already proclaimed Icelandic neutrality in the current conflict, despite the invasion of its parent nation. In related news, the small nation of Greenland has asked for protection from the United States. Alright, chemical industry 2 has been finished, which gives us a little bit of a boost to everything. Like, literally, because that's what it does. Factory output +3, a little bit of extra supply, synthetic refinery construction, and lack of resources limitation. Now, the fuel refining could be fun. Current output. It's aluminum. Yeah, we need to get the wartime steel industry, that's extra for steel, and then we're gonna get a little bit of extra efficiency cap and dockyard output. So let's do that one. Wartime steel industry. By prioritizing military steel production, we will increase the efficiency of smelting and refining processes. Strategic allocation of resources, workforce expansion, and optimized blast furnace operation will maximize steel output for the war effort. Yes, yes. I think this also improves our output. Yes, it does. Alright, things are looking good. Things are looking good. Now, are you guys dropping this or... Yes, the black market activity is actually going down. But the stagnated economy isn't. That is an issue. And the field hospital is finished as well. Okay, women aviation, that's more experience. And our bases and assembly plant. Sabiha Gökçen's success at the Aviation Academy will sure beat others to come. I actually didn't mention that about Sabiha Gökçen. I think I mentioned it's an airfield in Istanbul, but it was named after a Turkish woman pilot. So that's what it referenced. By establishing the use of portable hospitals, bringing the medical care to where it is needed, we will stop many unnecessary deaths and permanent injuries. Let me see, does this actually mean... What would we need? Funerals, horse transports, and support equipment. We can actually do that. We're helping a little bit with breakthrough and defense. Lowered the organization significantly though, but the fact that you will dramatically reduce casualties is good enough for me. Alright. Construction still way too ahead of time. Let's get the housing because we need more population here, so we'll need to get that one afterwards. Might be a little bit of a niche technology, but anything we can get for the manpower will be good. Now, how much time are we left? 103 days. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. He said. Knowing full well we might not be fine. But yeah, this is looking very good, and I'm gonna start churning out military factories very soon, which will make this year Doji actually a reality. I'm worried a little bit about the mountain artillery, but we have a little bit of the old stockpile of the older guns, don't we? Where are they? 14. Yes, in the bow forces. Reliability and production resource. Yeah, we actually can't do that for all of them. That's crazy. 107% now. Very interesting. But yeah, our units are really starting to be good. And with this amount of defense, in the mountains especially, they are going to be pretty darn effective. 41% attack and 33.3% defense. That's going to be nice. Again, we will have a really small army, but if we put all of our units in here, we should be able to hold this front. Netherlands caves to the British. Dutch attempts to maintain trade neutrality have failed, and recent measures implemented by the Dutch government makes it clear that they will be embarking on a United Kingdom favoring trade policy. It is likely that this will result in greatly increased British influence over the Netherlands. Alright, with that said, we can do propaganda against Soviet Union, which will stop us from demobilizing our economy, but there really isn't anything that we can do to stop us from bleeding out stability. That's what I'm a little bit more worried about, honestly. How much we said we would require on the armored cars to do that switch? Is it 180? Yeah, 180. That's actually really high. For producing... Yeah, I mean, it's still gonna require quite an extensive amount of time. I really cannot switch anything. I'm thinking of going like this. Putting 2 more factories on that. Because we really need to get the armored cars up. That's the last major upgrade, apart from the artillery that we will need to put here. How did that last factory go? Was it on something else? I'm kind of confused where, because we just finished one. But it's not on you. So where the hell is it? It's a little bit weird. Okay, but we're down to 106.8% here. If we can get a little bit of... 2-year draft. That would give us a pretty decent amount, but we have to be fascist at that point already. What's the 3.44%? So you get 0.1. Yeah, it's gonna give us a unit or two. That's not that bad. Okay. Germany declared war on Luxembourg, Netherlands, and Belgium, and it's coming. German pressure towards the Benelux. Following the breakout of war with France, Germany has applied stronger diplomatic pressure than ever on the countries of the Benelux. With French and British backing, however, they are refusing to give in to the pressure. There is a reason to believe that if the German Reich is unavailable to get what they want by diplomacy, they will take it by force. No kidding. No kidding. Are we importing any fuel at this point? What if we killed that? What would that do to our fuel production? And we might have enough even without. So you're upgrading. You guys are upgrading, you're constructing, but you don't have any steel. How? That is actually quite a dramatic drop. Yep, we're bleeding out fuel still. Alright, but let's put that extra factor into steel production. Or steel imports rather than production. Army experience. I don't think there's anything here that we want for you, right? Yeah, we just want the anti-tanks, but because we're not producing any, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. I'm gonna get one on 24th of June, so in about a month, and then about 25 days later, second one. The production of the armored cars is speeding up, which is nice, though. I wanted to add another factory here, so yay for me. It's not great. 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 But what can we do? What can a man do? Nothing, really. Just have to hold on and wait, because that's what we need to do. Alright, we just finished the third machine gun unit. Third machine gun equipment. So if we show outdated equipment, the Tomic M38 had defense 2.80, you get 3.23, breakthrough 1.53, you get 2.04, soft attack 0.71, you get 0.96, and reliability 54.5, you get 59. Not bad. I'll upgrade you. I wish I could put in a belt feed. We might actually be able to do that. Rate of fire. Yeah, we're gonna start upgrading these dramatically once we actually get access to it. So you are going to be called Atomic M40 Benja. And let's put you into production. Yep, we need to upgrade all of them, and your reliability has dropped, but because we are actually just upgrading, it's not that bad, and it's gonna mean better efficiency of our units. So, rocket development, 3 times 20% research bonus for jet fury and rocketry. Speed is the attribute on which all other aerial attributes rely. Rocket and jet engines could theoretically allow us to pass all previous limits. What did we finish? Oh yeah, the machine gun, of course. Makes total sense. Okay, the mortars next. Because that's also an upgrade. Do we want to... Yeah, we do. Because that's gonna make you more efficient as well. So let's get that. 12 combat power. Okay, demobilization of the army, or demobilization of the economy has been averted. And we are actually getting better. And with the bonus we should be safe for some time. Kingdom of Romania cedes Bessarabia to the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, and Soviet Union claims Bessarabia. After massing forces along the Romanian border, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics has issued an ultimatum to the government in Bucharest for the immediate transfer of Bessarabia to their control. The region once belonged to the Russian Empire, which the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics see as sufficient legal basis for their demands. Romania has declared that there is no choice but to cede, and its forces have been withdrawn from Bessarabia. And here we see that they already passed it. The Kingdom of Romania has been forced to give in to an ultimatum from the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. The territories of Bessarabia have been passed to Soviet control, and the Romanian state is left with its borders diminished. Yep, quite significant actually. Diminished. What an actually huge chunk of territory. Alright, you finished the sniper teams, didn't you? Yeah. So infantry trucks, we don't really want that at this point. Well, not that far away. This helps pack artillery and light artillery significantly, but it's quite ahead of time. Anything here? Not really. The light vehicle, though, well, we have never really gotten around to the tankettes. Oh, we wanted these. Alright, we need to save. Save for that. I completely forgot that we still have technologies there to research. Okay, you know what? Let's get the logistics. Division supplies plus 24 hours. Fuel capacity for armies and supply range is pretty good. By refining our supply chains, transportation networks, and distribution methods, we will ensure that troops, equipment, and resources reach the front lines with greater efficiency. Standardized supply procedures, better storage facilities, and improved coordinations between rail, road, and sea transport will minimize delays and reduce wastage. These advancements will enhance operational endurance, allowing our forces to sustain prolonged engagements with reliable logistical support. That's going to actually be very useful for us. believe it or not. I still don't have another factor on this. Tempted to steal it somewhere, but I really don't know where. That's the thing. Oh well. But are we not getting food? Alright, Finland capitulated and gave into Soviets. Okay, Germany is starting to struggle. Let's get more food from Italy instead. Netherlands have capitulated and civilian works too were finished. And that helps with stability a little bit. The Dutch government has gone into exile and their main forces have capitulated to the German Reich, who is now in control of their home area. The struggles between the German Reich and the Netherlands was only a small part of the conflict. Oh yes, it was. Now, because we have that, we could actually go with civilian works 3 and get vehicle stability 0.2, which would actually mean that we start increasing our stability again. So let's do that. Adoption of modern vehicles and experience from our advancements in construction can be applied to make repairs faster, quicker. It's also going to allow 1 and 2 steps in the housing. Again, and that's a niche technology, but it fits our needs, because stability is dangerous with dropping, and I'm not really happy about that. I don't think there's any other... We could focus on people's problems, which would give us extra 10 stability, but it requires 50 political power. 50 is something that we don't have. Alright, and the Germans are advancing. They just took the area surrounding Dunkirk. They are attacking Calais. Brussels is still under fire. No, it just fallen. And Belgium has capitulated. So all of this is held by foreign troops. Yeah, Germany is not having any chill when it comes to this kind of stuff. And one cannot blame them. Alright. Almost 7.5 machine guns per day. That's pretty good. Luxembourg has capitulated. And Italy has joined in the war against France. And they're advancing towards Paris real fast. Almost 5 cars per week. That's really good. And rocket development was finished. So now we can go with... We need the Gojuk shipyard, light naval warfare, naval warfare, and you require submarine or foreign ship. Let's go with submarine. A submarine gap is unacceptable. We will have the technology even if we must purchase it. Alright, more support is actually increasing really nicely. So we can be really proud of that. Field Hospital 2 is great because that is going to further boost the trickle back and experience, or lower the experience loss and increase the trickle back. I want to check one thing though. If we wanted you guys to be it would require light vehicles. How many? Yeah, we don't have that, but it might be worth down the line to change it to the motorized one, because that further improves the trickle back. What's up with food all of a sudden? What's up with steel as well? What's up with coal? Trade influence with Germany is too low. Really? Why? It's not something that I expected. Alright. I don't know, let's start importing it from South Africa. Come on. And Spanish Republic. Alright, that fixed that. Rubber, what? What? What's up with rubber? And aluminum. Did we just finish a factory and now we don't have enough rubber? What's... Oh, did we get another modifier? Nope. But we're not getting any food. Oh man, this is terrifying. What's the game doing, guys? I have no idea. What's this one? That's in a city. We need motorcycle equipment to get this. Alright, let's get the engineering company too. It's gonna give us a bonus to entrenchment, so that's really good. That's a general bonus to all of our units, so can't complain about that. Maintaining local mobility while constructing what would previously have been considered permanent fortifications and supply systems, engineers of the future will ensure that no matter where our troops are attacked, they will be prepared. Fair enough. Rubber. Second Vienna Award. A treaty has been signed at Vienna following German arbitration that will see northern Transylvania restored to Hungarian rule. The territory has previously been awarded to the Kingdom of Romania upon the conclusion of World War I, leading to a bitter dispute. Wow, Romania is just getting shafted left and right. It's crazy. Well, I guess, you know, siding with the big bad has its benefits. Treaty of Craiova. More concessions have been forced on the Kingdom of Romania, with the Kingdom of Bulgaria reclaiming southern Dobruja. The territory was annexed by Romania in 1913 after the Second Balkan War, and is still mostly populated by ethnic Bulgarians and Turks. Alright, well, poor people. Alright, I thought that rubber would not be an issue for a while, but turns out it actually is. However, there's the technology that we could take, which improves rubber production, but I think it was... No, 140 days, it's actually not bad. Power plant production. How's the energy doing? We're burning coal. I'm not really interested in putting fuel there at this point. And Kingdom of Bulgaria joined the Axis. Earlier today, German Reich and Kingdom of Bulgaria issued a joint statement that the latter has now been formally granted member status of the Axis. Whether this partnership will be used for offensive or defensive purpose remains to be seen. Well, you might guess. It's a surprise, but you might have a guess. Alright, almost all machine guns have now been upgraded, which should really help our units even further. Yep, defense, attack, breakthrough all went up. Alright, and we finished wartime steel industry, which helps us even further. We're producing more steel now, and means that we can go with the arc welding, which is ahead of time, so let's ignore that for now. But let's do the rubber processing to get that extra production. This technology is part of the following categories. Large-scale production of synthetic rubber is possible with the new processes to accelerate dehydrogenation reactions. Alright, well, that is some new technology. And did we... Yes, we finally have extra production here. There is a little bit of penalty, but we might get, we definitely will get to 1 per day very soon. So that's that. But no production of the Zerdeviji yet, unfortunately. But we're getting there. Did the stagnating economy go away? No, but something did. Not sure what. Yeah, you might have to do the promises of... No, actually, promises of peace we cannot do. We have to focus on people's problems. You will get so high up that we should be fine. We get additional 8. So 38. Yes, 38.3. And we're losing 0.3 every week. But that is actually fine. Hopefully. National celebration. Yeah, that should be fine. Either way, I'm gonna end the episode here. Again, doing good. It's 27th of July 1940, and our unit is our army is currently at strength of 614. So we are getting much better. Still a lot to be done, but stockpile is looking nice. We're almost done with the radio equipment too. We have 1,000 machine guns in reserve, so soon enough we will be able to start distributing them among our other units, which at this point is impossible, but you know, don't worry, we'll get there eventually. Because right now we're producing, what, almost 10 per day, so that would be in 500 days. Well, we'll get there sooner or later. So, thank you very much. See you in the next one.